Hello and welcome to another video in which we're going to look at long-term liabilities, and specifically we're going to look at bonds payable issued at a discount. In the previous video I talked about bond premiums issued at a premium. Now we're going to look at our bonds being less desirable in the market at the time of issue. Things could change subsequently, but at the time of issue my bonds were less desirable, as in financially they weren't as attractive, perhaps because my financial situation is not good right now, or the interest rate I'm offering is lower than what the market is currently offering, or some combination thereof. So let's take a look at a quick example and see how we do the journal entries and financial statement presentation. So to start with, here we have Moby Company that has issued a $500,000 15-year 7% bond at 96. So I'm borrowing $500,000. I say I will repay the money in 15 years. Over the next 15 years, I'm going to pay 7% interest on the 500,000. But at the time of issue, I got 4% less than what I asked for. So 96% of 500,000. So let's start with that journal entry over here. On January 1st, 2022, for the sale of the bonds, I'm selling the bonds. The cash I got is 96% of 500,000. So 96% of 500,000 is 480,000. That's how much I got. I issued these bonds at a discount. Okay. And let me write bonds payable credit first. The total amount that I wanted to borrow, or I borrowed, is 500,000. But what I got, the cash I got, is only 480,000. The difference over here is the discount. Now, keep this terminology in mind, bond discount. Now, when you and I go into a store as a consumer and we find an item at a discount, we get excited because I'm paying less money. But for the other party, they are selling it at a lesser price. And that's what we're looking at. The corporation sold their bonds at a lesser price. For them, it's a loss. For the company, the bond discount is a loss. But this loss is going to be spread, amortized over the next 15 years. Again, recall we have two methods, the straight line method and the effective interest rate method of amortization. We'll just use the straight line method for now. So I borrowed $500,000. I've signed a note. I'm going to pay interest on the $500,000, but what I got right now is only $480,000. So at the end of the year, December 31st, when I write out my first check by way of interest, my journal entry is going to be bond interest expense debit. I'm going to leave one line and then write cash credit. I'm going to pay 7% on 500,000. It doesn't matter how much I got when I issued the bonds. So 7% on 500,000 is 35,000. That's how much I'm going to pay out. Now, this is the time I'm going to take this money that I have over here, the bond discount, and I'm going to amortize it. I'm going to write it off. Remember, it was a loss over here. So I'm going to amortize it, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. It's a debit balance. To amortize it, to write it off, I need to credit the account. So I'm going to credit 20,000 over a 15-year period. So 20,000 divided by 15 is 1,333. So my total bond expense, this is a balancing figure in the journal entry. Balancing figure in the entry is 36,333. So once again, the bond discount is the 20,000 divided by 15 because it's a 15-year life. So this loss, I did not show the loss in the first year, but over the next 15 years, my bond interest expense is going to be higher by 1,333, and I'm going to take a hit on my net income in my financial statements, in my income statement over the next 15 years. In part B, they're asking you, suppose the remaining bond discount on is 12,000 at December 31st, 2027. How would it be presented in the balance sheet? So let's do a partial presentation. I have bond payable. Again, I show it at the full amount, the $500,000. Bond discount is a contra account. And I wrote bond premium. It should be, my apologies, this should be less, and this should be bond discount because we're talking about bond discount over here. And the net bond payable I'm going to have is $488,000 is the net amount that I'm going to have in my balance sheet. Once again, in the balance sheet, you will see 488,000, but when you go into the notes to the financial statement, it will give you more of the details. So this number gradually keeps decreasing because I'm writing it off. So I started out with 20,000, and 5 years later, it's down to 12,000. It gradually is going to decrease and finally become zero. Bond discount will be fully amortized, which means it drops down to zero. Then the face value and the carrying value of the bond will be the exact same, which is 500,000, and that's the amount I'll pay off at the end of 15 years. So bonds payable as a liability. When I borrow the money, I may get more than or less than what I asked for at that point of time. The reason I got more than typically bond premium is because my interest rate was higher than the market interest rate. If it's a bond discount, my interest rate was probably lower than the market interest rate. And there may have been other factors that made my company less desirable and people didn't want to invest in me. So I tell them for a $500,000 loan, I'm willing to accept $480,000. So this again is another example of bonds payable. The previous video we had looked at talked about bonds issued at a premium. This one talks about bonds issued at a discount.